Just a city boy, born and raised in South Detroit. He took the midnight train going anywhere. Hello, we are the Conscious Evolution, and welcome to the Church of Love. How y'all doing? Well, how y'all doing when y'all show up? If anyone shows up, seeing as this is the third time I've been on here today. But the first two times, just me sharing a little bit, and I didn't get done what I wanted to the last time. That was hanging out, sharing some love, having some fun. Y'all know the lyrics I started in this with. I'm not actually from South Detroit. I'm from the west side of Columbus, Ohio, but whatever. It's a great song. Um, I probably shouldn't even attempt to sing because I'll tell you what, Journey's not easy for, you've got a little bit of deeper voice or a range that doesn't go really high. It's not that easy at all. But that doesn't stop me from doing stuff. We're all having fun. I'm not sitting here going, hey, I'm a professional. Nah, I'm like the rest of you. I love music. I have a great love for life. Like to do things that are fun. So sometimes I sing. Oh, wow. I said 3 people? Now no people. Somebody will show up. You build it, they will come. Shall I get out my bongos? Bongos. Sheldon plays bongos. Marissa, where you're at? I got my bongos. I really need to practice them. It's kind of funny messing with them, and I'm like, that is not tight rhythm at all, dude. Which is interesting because I play bass and I have for 30 years. And if you don't know rhythm, you ain't gonna do too well at playing that because that's strictly what that instrument's for, is holding the rhythm. It's like they say in the Bass Players United thing. Yeah, everybody's following the bass player. Ha ha. They always make these crazy jokes about people who play bass, you know. I remember this one that was saying something about going somewhere and it's like some tribal people, and they went there and guy said something about, why is there always drumming, you know, and said something to the effect of, because if they stop drumming, then bass solo or something. I don't know. It was like a little long thing, but it was kind of funny. I was like, ha 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 ha, very funny. But in all truthfulness, in most music, if you don't have the bass to sew it all together, kind of falls apart. And if you got a really good bass player, a lot of times you don't even know the guy's there or gal's there unless they ain't playing. Then you're like, something's missing. Something's totally missing. Everything's rhythm, man. If you think about it, we got all this really intense, mathematics and geometry that dictate what existence actually is. It makes up everything, you know. Um, I was going somewhere with that. Hold on a second. Let me find back my train of thought. Okay, I lost it. I don't have anybody here to bounce ideas off of. It's funny. I was talking to a friend earlier, and she's talking about doing some live feeds, and said something about just feeling weird if she goes there and no one's there. And I said, well, that's the way mine started out. Just kind of had to get used to it. Sometimes you feel like you're talking to yourself. But I said, good thing is just put out notice every now and then to a couple friends, say I'm gonna do a live feed, and they'll show up. Told her I said, I'll show up to your live feed, start talking to you, and that makes things easier. So you can start opening up more. It's a lot easier when You don't feel like you're talking to just the screen. Especially when people start putting comments and stuff, and then you go back to their comments and you start bouncing off of things. And I've noticed too that you can go 5 minutes into one of these and leave thinking nobody's going to be there. And within another 5 minutes, you've done had a few people go there and they're like, I missed it. So, never know. If anybody's out there watching this and they're thinking about that, just remember that. Right now, it says I have one person. I've been here 5 minutes and 30 some seconds. Um, and I don't even really know if the computer, put that up there and there's actually one person here. It's just me. So, what I'm saying with that is if you want to start going live and stuff, don't let that affect you. It did me at first. I would say stuff like, man, there's nobody even here. Why am I doing this? And I had friends tell me pretty much the same thing that I'm saying right now. Just if it feels weird, don't treat it like a live. Treat it like at first, like if you don't see anybody, like you're making a video, that you're gonna send out to people later. That way you don't feel as weird about it. And then when people do start showing up, you know, you can start talking to them. As for me, I'm gonna set a limit, and that'll be about 10 minutes. If nobody shows up within 10 minutes, then I'll go ahead and cut out. But I'd say that gives a pretty safe amount of time, you know, to let people know you're on there. Because you got to think about how you are on YouTube. Sometimes you'll see something, you don't catch it right away or whatever. Or you're in the middle of watching something and, you don't have the notifications dinging. And, you can still see them on the side, but they don't make the dinging noise. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, wow, so and so's on, you know. And then the person's done thought, well, I'm talking to the air, so they've left, you know. Because it's happened to me before. I go to somebody's video and all of a sudden they've done deleted it. It's like, wow, wasn't even on there 10 minutes, it's already deleted. Oh man. Hey, it's reading 3 now. See what I mean? You sat there long enough. Oh, back down to 2. I swear. I think the computer's screwing with me. It's like you got 3 people. No, you got 2 people, really. Well, maybe you have 3. Maybe you have 4 and you just don't know. They're lurking. They're lurking so much that the computer's not even picking them up. uh, hey, maybe you vibrated yourself just like going to the decimal point, maybe 10 over, and you change that 10th one just enough to where you disappear from view, but you're still here. I do believe that's possible. I've literally walked through grocery stores and had somebody run into me and look right at them, and they don't even notice I'm there. It's like, whoa, spooky. And it wasn't like somebody giving you a weird look or nothing. I swear, it's just like looked right through you, like you ain't there. Like, wow. I say I'm magic sometimes, but this stuff's getting really, really trippy. Yeah, 8 minutes 31 seconds. Anybody have anything to say? You want to talk about? Have any requests? Shall I do a comedy skit? Sock puppets? Bongos? Can't do the flutes missing that little wood piece. I wonder if I could put my finger over it like that. No, because you need the 2 hands up here for the holes. That's right. Yeah. Shows I still got to learn that thing. It's kind of hard to learn a flute and a set of drums when you're in an apartment because they're acoustical instruments. Bass being an electric instrument, it ain't really making no noise unless you plug it in. And with today's technology, you can plug one into a computer, surround sound system, or set of headphones. Mine plugs into a computer system and comes out a set of headphones. Well, it comes out the surround sound system too, but when I really want to jam and hear good and stuff, I'll stick on the studio monitors, headphones, but they're technically studio monitors because they're made for recording purposes. So, they can handle all the different frequencies and they're great at being like tattletales. You can hear every sound in this. So, if you're like doing recording and engineering work, you'll hear every nuance in these things. So, if I start playing crappy, I know it immediately because you can hear it in these. But it's also weird to use on YouTube because a lot of us don't have really good setups and stuff to do professional recording, so things end up in the background. And I've listened to people's stuff with them studio monitors on and heard everything from their kids to somebody dropped a pencil. I think somebody had a mixer going. But when I took the headphones off and just put it on my house stereo, you couldn't hear it. But that's because it's mixed that way. That's why I bought them headphones, so that way I can mix them on them and they give you the purest, most natural sound, So that way, no matter what device it's on, it's going to be true to the sound. Only problem is I haven't learned the software yet. Got the good headphones, but I go to the software and it's like, this might as well be another language. All right, we're at 10 minutes. It says there's 4 people here. No one's talking. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what I'll do instead. Seeing as we ain't got anybody to bounce anything off of. Why don't we put out a thought? Prayer, maybe. Call it what you will. That everybody that's seeking truth finds truth. That everybody seeking happiness finds happiness. That all the ones in need get what they need. And all those who want love get love. Pray that the divine will of Great Spirit, the One, the I Am Presence, God, is made whole here on earth by coming through every one of us, this channeling the divine realms to bring peace and love back to earth. Let's pray that there's no more wars, that there's no more fighting, that our whole little lockdown things help people to awaken to who they truly are and what's truly going on in the world, to be able to be at peace, whatever that is to them. Let's pray that no more people's systems, whatever they may be, enslave and harm others, take away their rights to do anything, put them in some perpetual loop of a job that they hate just to pay some bills they can't hardly pay. Pray that all these systems that are doing bad things and harming the world get situated around so you don't have people that are dying of diseases, and as they're dying of diseases that they're being failed by the medical communities that they're having to pay for, that it stops. Imagine knowing that you're dying and being $10,000 in debt because to get another 2 months of life, you had to pay for some kind of crazy medical thing. Let's pray and meditate that divine will through every one of us brings the greatest transformation ever to this planet. That we get back to the point which we're intended to be, the unity, the peace, all prospering. We've learned what we needed to from this great experiment. The duality has taught us quite a bit. Although a lot of these things might look bad, I have gratitude for all I've learned and all we've learned across this earth. We know what we want, we know what we don't want. We don't want suffering no more. We want love. So, tonight, those of you willing to, wanting to, let's send that out as our prayer. Let's return the world to the state of the pure divine flow and vibrational frequency of love, God frequency, back to the one, the place that every one of us came from. We are all fractalized energy from pure consciousness. It's like fighting ourself, hating ourself. When anyone does this to anyone else, that's just the way it is. Let's return to unity and peace and love. And go within the deepest spot in your heart. If you want to send out this prayer, you don't even have to say anything. Just feel it. Let your breathing come down. And if you can, think about lighting up them chakras all the way up to the crown. Send that intention out. And let's light up this grid, my friends. They don't call us way showers for no reason. We're here to show the way. So let's light this grid up. Send out that prayer and that love to everybody. I don't care what side you're on. I don't have enemies. Side by side, people. No one in front, no one in back. Ones that have done things that even look horrible. I bless them. I send my love to them. And I hope that they heal. And all those that they've harmed heal. So, with that, I'm going to leave you all tonight. Much love. Great day or evening, whatever it is in your low part of the world. And hey, let's light that grid up, man, full of love. We can do it. And you know why that is? That's because we are what? We are the conscious evolution. Much love. Have a great evening, y'all. Peace be with us all. Hey, hashtag no fear. Hashtag unity, not division. Peace out.